God, I hate letting go.
Please. Oh my gosh, homegirl, how have you been?
We are doing our best to survive the lockdown, the quarantine, the COVID-19,
Girl.
the coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
And we're out here living it up.
Girl.
In the house, in the walls, looking at our tired-ass family.
Girl, who are you telling? Like, can you believe we're really on lockdown?
Can you believe, like, my liver is about to fail from how much alcohol I've been drinking?
Girl, I've been guzzling bottles of wine.
Bottles of wine. I call you. You're like, hey, girl. And I'm like, what?
Girl, I can't be publicly intoxicated, so I might as well, do this shit in the house.
Honestly.
But if you guys aren't familiar with our voices, hello, it's Christian.
And hello, it is Rico. I'm going to try to use the same voice because sometimes I'll be listening and I'm like,
yeah.
Who is that?
Literally. We've been trying. It's really my fault with the whole posting schedule.
Yeah, you kind of fell off there.
But I literally was like, I posted the first part, and when the second part came about, I literally was like, okay. So.
No, I was gonna say something, but I was like, Rico, shut up. All you do is drive and talk. That's all you do. You don't have any mechanical.
You could have said something. You literally could have said something. You literally could have texted me and been like, so are you gonna post? And it's funny because I have been literally posting on, like, social media, like, okay, episode dropping tonight, and then I go to sleep.
Or you're like, this is... You screenshotted a video and used it as a picture. So when I posted it, it was blurry, but I was like, you know what, we're gonna keep it moving anyway.
All right, girl. I guess we'll go ahead and roll into first topic of the day, which is, horoscopes.
Oh, yes. It's a new sign. It's a new season.
It's Aries season, girl. It's Aries season.
Do we know any Aries?
I know a few. My best friend, Ashley, and my brother.
Okay, and people I do not know. That's good. I'm assuming Dawn is an Aries. Her birthday just passed.
She is.
Dawn's a good time.
Yeah.
You Aries have a yes to me.
Y'all got an okay for me so far. Y'all got an okay for me so far. But okay, today's horoscope is Aries. Your imagination is being very activated this weekend. This is making it a great time to write, act, sing, dance, and explore new facts of yourself and your personality. Your desire to think outside of the box and let your inner child is super strong. So indulge in the explorative vibes of Aries season.
I was trying to Google Aries and see what they were. One of the words that popped up said moody, so.
they can be very moody, but their moodiness really comes from how aggressive they are.
Aries, please DM me. I just want to see something.
Girl, you in for a wild ride. But I don't know, Aries, they're pretty okay though. They're an okay sign. They're an air sign, I believe.
Ooh, we love a good air sign.
Girl, what, Gemini's air sign?
Yes.
Girl, if you don't get the fuck on.
I honestly hate being a Gemini, but that's a different story for a different day.
Yeah, we'll definitely go into that in Gemini season.
Oh,
I'm gonna ragtag your ass.
I don't think we need an attack.
But all right, let's go ahead and get into
some things.
This main topic for today: nostalgia.
No, so I'm so glad we're doing this episode because music was supposed to be fun, but this is gonna be a fun episode.
This is really gonna be a fun episode.
I just wanted to give something to the girls to be fun, something for the summertime. What Sweetie say? Something for the girls to get ready.
Bruh.
Sweetie,
girl.
I've been slurring my words. Clearly, I'm still drunk from the 2 bottles of champagne yesterday.
Girl, at least I was drinking bougie champagne. Shit.
Yeah, nothing that was gonna give me disgusting headaches.
Girl, what gives you disgusting headaches?
The cheap bottomless mimosa champagne. $4 a bottle.
$4 a bottle. I'm dead. All right, girl. Well, did you want to go ahead and read her off? Okay, girl,
I love that we've been showing that we can read more. That's great.
I mean, we have to show that we're educated at least, but public education did something for us.
So for you jive turkeys who don't know what nostalgia is.
Jive turkeys.
Yes.
Where did this come from?
Nene, when she walked into a party and she's like, "Hello, you jive turkeys." But nostalgia. A sentimental longing or wistful affection for the past, typically a period or a place with happy personal associations.
Period, no tampon.
Right. So not every time but I immediately think back to like elementary school when they taught us what nostalgia was.
Yeah.
It was definitely a longing for the past.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime like, oh, I smelled a fresh cake being baked, I would think of like my grandma baking cakes. It would really take me back to something good.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'm really finna expose how dumb I was. I learned the word nostalgia in like elementary school, but I really didn't get the gist of or understand what it was until like maybe middle school. Because I guess I was so young, so I really wasn't reflecting back on too much because so much was happening at one time. So, I'll go ahead and ask this then. So, what's something now that triggers nostalgia for you?
I do this thing where if I hear a song from my past that I can pinpoint to like when a specific time I could hear it, I'll immediately just go into like this little brain blast and just sit down and start listening. It's so sad. Like I'm trying to think of a specific song. Oh, this is gay, but I guess Criminal by Britney Spears. It was a time like maybe 9th grade year, I was blasting it nonstop. So anytime I hear Criminal now, I just immediately go back to like sitting on the bus with like my headphones and like riding to school like, yeah, Mom, I'm in love with a criminal.
Girl. No, with music, it always triggers me. So if I hear a song that makes me think about a certain time frame, I go back and try to find songs in that time frame just to recreate that moment for me.
Oh wow, you literally turn it into a concert.
I do. I literally am like, okay, so prime example, if I hear Teenage Dream or
You think I'm pretty.
Yes, or maybe even TikTok by Kesha, I'm like, okay, so what used to come on T-Nick in the morning when I was getting ready for school? And I remember that entire lineup.
No, yeah, you do that quite often. If I sing something, you like, do you remember when this used to come on a lineup and then you'd hear this song after? And I'm like, whoa.
Yes, literally.
I have terrible memory, first of all.
Because, girl, I can tell you, it was TikTok, What You Say by Jason Derulo, Down by Jay Sean, and then you would go into, like, a whole pop era with Katy Perry's California Girls, and, you know, then Degrassi would come on.
Degrassi, that was a good time. Degrassi is nostalgic.
That's a grown-ass show.
It's so funny because, like, I don't have many memories from the show now. Like, I have terrible memories, so I'm just going to keep reiterating.
But I don't think anybody really remembers the gist of Degrassi.
You be like, do you remember Manny from Degrassi? And I'm like, I remember her name.
I always talk about, what's her name? Is it Nina?
Is that the, like, Spanish girl that wore the thong?
The one that looked like Victoria Justice. I always say. Because that's what she looks like. Victoria Justice. Nina Dobrev, I think. I don't know.
Ew, I thought that was a girl from Vampire Diaries.
She was also on Degrassi.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why.
Victoria Justice, then.
At this point. I don't know. I always think about television because that was one of my main things as a kid. I watched a lot of TV.
Definitely. Like,
So,
cartoons ran our lives. And then they started doing that Nickelodeon Day at Play thing, and I was like, y'all need to chill out, because I'm just here to... I came to watch TV, and that's it.
That's it. And it's like, girl, you ever notice? And I feel like they had every other channel roped into that shit. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
Because every time they would do it, the Worldwide Day of Play, every other channel has some sorry-ass shit on.
I'm like, we're not going outside, Disney. What are you not getting? I'm not about to keep doing this with you, Candace.
Like, I'm not, girl, put on Phineas and Ferb and let me watch them get busted for going outside.
Right.
Like,
Phineas and Ferb was before its time.
It was.
Oh
it really was.
But, like, no, like, if we're talking about TV shows being nostalgic, like, all of those kid cartoons were way better. Like, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Billy and Mandy, like... Yeah. The TV shows are not cutting it.
They're not. Like I said, the only ones that really cut it in this new day and age, I guess you could say, for Cartoon Network, I'm only speaking on, would probably be like Regular Show or Adventure Time. You know, I was a fan of Steven Universe.
I've never watched, well, I'm not going to say never, but I've never sat down and like tried to watch multiple episodes of these shows. So I don't know what they're bringing to the table.
I was a person that was like, I would hear my peers like say, oh, you should watch this show because they get into it, and when they get into it hard. So, like, the whole Adventure Time fad that everybody was, like, getting into, I never was, like, a huge fan until I was like, well, let me sit down and watch the shit. And I watched it. I got all the way to the end. Still didn't understand the fucking show. But, you know, it was good for the time being, I guess.
I don't know. I feel like the shows back in the day had better, like, premises, if that's the word.
And not even just the premise, because even some of the shows that had no premise were better.
Yeah, Flapjack had... Chowder had no premise. I didn't understand what the show was about.
Rada.
And I wish they would give him subtitles along with Coco from Foster Home for Imaginary Friends. I just wanted to know what they was blabbering about.
I'm gonna tell you why I feel like it, and this is just this might trigger some of y'all. So if it's a trigger, close your damn ears. I mean, I didn't say what it was, so it has to do with race. So if race triggers you, then close your ears. I feel like they didn't give them no damn subtitles because they was niggas.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they was
Schnitzel was a
nigga. I mean, we seen Schnitzel is the baby, according to Lil Nas X. So,
Ew.
You didn't.
I don't know. I'm sick of the baby. I really am, and I hope that doesn't get me canceled.
Girl, I mean, if we're talking about music also was way better back then. But I think
we had pop icons.
Yeah, I think
we can't keep one.
Yeah, girl, we can barely keep a rapper.
We don't care about them. Because I guess, who did we have that was, like, consistent as rappers back in the day for us? Like, Kanye. I can only think of, like, before our time with, like, Biggie and Tupac. Like, that was before my time, I should say, not our time.
That was before my time.
Okay. And I guess you can say, like, the Young Thugs, but I feel like that's a little too...
I mean, when I think about rappers that were consistent back then in my time, like, the 2000s was a different era of rap. So we were in that transitionary period, I guess, from going from rap to quote unquote trap, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
So we had people. Not all of Young Money was successful in the time, but the main three, which is Nicki, Wayne, and Drake, they were very consistent in the scene. And then you had other rappers that would pop up, like Tyga popped up for a hot second. Because what was it, Rack City?
Rack City. Oh, that was such a good time. Rogers, that was such a good time.
Yeah.
Take me back.
So, like,
I miss those R&B, like, actual collabs.
Yes.
Like, as much as I hated J-Lo, like, she delivered me some bops.
She did, girl. She did.
Freaking
Ashanti was killing the game.
I saw this funny thing, and it was Mariah, and it was, like, I want to say it's, like, the pink bubblegum princess from Adventure Time.
Yeah.
And then it was like a Mariah on remixes, and it was her, but they had like thugs all around her.
Yeah, I seen the picture.
Because Mariah's remixes were always like some ghetto thugged out.
But let's even talk about R&B back then, like in that day and age. Like, Mariah Carey has been around for a long time, but like the Shake It Off era,
we loved
the Obsessed
it.
era,
Waking up and hearing Shake It Off, and you know,
girl.
Such a good time. Great music videos.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too, I think makes me upset. Because the only music video, or one of the only music videos that I have seen that really compared, but I think she also was going for that nostalgic route, was Motivation with Normani. Because she pinpointed a lot of great times in music.
Every time I hear Motivation, I immediately go to Kelly Rowland, though. That's so crazy.
Girl, you're not the only one.
Miss Juicy Baby's best hit.
Girl. But also, Kelly was very prominent in that era, too.
Kelly Rowland, Kiss It Down Low.
Kiss It Down Low. Not even just that. Motivation. Ice.
Oh, Ice.
So, like, you know, Hell Dilemma.
Oh, God. That song... I do not want to hear that song for the rest of my life.
Really?
I'm so... yes. I don't ever want to hear it ever again. That shit used to always play. Oh, no matter what I...
They got her first Grammy, so...
Made me want to off myself.
I don't know. I really have been, like, trying to dive into my brain for the past couple of days. And not even just because of this episode, but really for the past couple of days, trying to see, like, what time frame for us had, like... Well, I don't want to try to pinpoint a specific year. Because trying to show the Carfax for that shit is too much.
Yeah.
But, like... I'll just say from maybe 99 to 2002, maybe 2010. That time frame there was literally a monumental time for almost everything. Television, music, hell, appliances, food products.
For some reason, I wanna cut that to like 2008.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, 2010 just isn't giving it to me. But I remember 2008. I was probably living one of my best of lives.
Yeah.
What was that? I graduated senior year 16, so 8 years. What's 12 minus 8? What grade is that? I don't even know. Don't listen to me.
I'm dead.
I don't even know how to do
You
math.
said 8 years, so just subtract your age.
10,
Yeah.
maybe.
You're around maybe 10 and... Yeah.
I was 13 in the 3rd grade. Hello? But like, I don't know. Even commercials back then were just the way.
Girl, no. Let me tell you about the fucking commercials back then. I had seen... I don't know if you
Don't
have
you?
this.
Why do I feel like you're about to go and talk about when you wake up in the middle of the night and it's that singing commercial?
Fucking Shirley Temple. It is. Animal crackers in my soup.
And then the other one of the like greatest hits CD, and the guy is
I'm your lady. Celine Dion. Girl, no, let me tell you what used to come on my fucking TV late at night. You remember the little ShamWow towels?
I love the ShamWow towels.
Girl.
Or the little OxyClean bowl when he would just
Yes.
dip and then it would come out and I'm like,
You were shook.
I was so intrigued.
Girl, but one of my favorite commercials was when like they first came out with like the cake pops. Either that or the what's the name? Like the little what is it? The little art thingy. Anything that had to do with like stencils and shit.
Oh my god, those were always so cool. Or like the cool markers that you could like have like 5 colors. Okay, I'm about to take you back.
Okay. Take me there, girl. Got me put my hair behind my ears.
I had like 7 of them because my family knew
Girl.
I was a fag. Easy bake ovens. They were the best things on earth. Like,
My sister had one.
I'm about to try to order one on Amazon later. I really want another Easy Bake Oven.
Girl, I don't know. Like, sometimes I really want to go back and find these commercials just so I can see if I can still order stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if you've seen the commercial, but like that commercial where like...
The no gravity ball.
Well, no, I wanted that though.
Oh.
I don't know. I was a fag, but I was like one of those like girls that was like into home good shit. So like when I seen the stainless steel fucking pan,
I have
the
like
non-stick,
7 of them.
I was so like, I want one of those.
I buy them like every 3 months. I'm just like, yeah.
Like, and then you know the little chopper thing where like you put them in a little thing, you
The
press
slap
it down.
job?
Yes, that.
Do you remember the brownie pan?
Yes, girl. If you don't. I think another one that I really wanted, and this is the one I was really finna get at, was the one, I don't know if you've seen it, like I said, the one with the cake.
Yeah, so you can put the stuff in the middle of the cake.
Yeah, I really wanted, like, I'm literally like, I can't wait to get grown, because I'm gonna get all this stuff, bitch, I'm fucking 7.
Like, I'm gonna serve you a pound cake with strawberries in the middle, and you're not gonna know they're there.
Can we talk about games back then?
Like, video games?
Not even just video games. We should say that's a whole nother topic. I'm talking about like, I was the only one that got fascination and fun out of board games.
No, I enjoyed board games, but my family would never sit down and play with them.
I had the stupidest games. When I say I had the stupidest games,
Candyland used to be the shit.
I had that game that like, you know, it had the timer and you push it down and you had to see how many pieces you could put in there.
I did have one of those. And the pieces were like different shapes.
Yeah, so you're just like,
and then like when the time ago they pop out.
Yeah.
Me and my grandma, we used to play the with the little fishing pole and you put
with the little magnet thing.
Yes,
yeah,
that.
I had that, and then I also had.
Did you have Break the Ice with the polar bear on it and you had to hit the cube?
I also had like, you know, iconic games like, you know, Hungry Hippos.
I loved it.
I had the Starries. What was the other one with the little Trouble? When you had to like press the dice and then try to get your piece in the middle before everyone else.
Yes.
My family.
I sucked at Trouble.
My family was a huge fan of Monopoly,
and I still suck at Monopoly. If anybody asks me to play Monopoly, I kind of get an attitude because I hate that game.
It's not that I hate it. I just dread it because it takes so long.
I don't even know the premise of the game, so that's my issue.
I think whoever has the most money in the end wins.
I'm always getting sent to jail. I'm always paying on somebody's fucking property. It's just not right.
Girl, like, and then video games also was such a move.
The wrestling games back in the day, WWE used to be the shit.
Can we talk about what is it? Friday Night SmackDown, Monday Night Raw. Anything in between, I didn't care about.
Yeah. ECW was terrible. Do you remember what was it? TNA.
Yeah.
That was like the low budget. Nobody wanted to watch.
But if it came on, I was like, whatever.
Undertaker used to be my favorite. I don't know why. I just felt like the Undertaker.
I was a fan of the divas, so I was really,
Mickey James.
Girl,
She was from my hometown, so I had to ride for her.
Girl, my I don't know. My favorite was Kelly. I was such a. I literally loved Kelly. I loved Kelly.
Kelly was
Melina,
so sexy to me.
and Michelle McCool. Those three. But I think the reason why I like Michelle McCool was because her fucking intro, like walking into "You're not enough for me." I knew that shit from A to Z.
I don't know why we used to sit around and remember the wrestlers' interests.
Girl, Kelly's was just her fucking name.
Kelly. And Kelly. We did do this because I sent you that the Canadian girl Maurice.
Yes.
Oh, she was a good time. Do you remember the girl that thought she could sing Jillian? She had the song Sliced Bread.
Get out.
I sing it on a daily basis. It's
Girl,
really sad.
you sing what's the Kim Zolciak song on a fucking basis?
Oh, Tardy for the Party?
Yes.
We enjoy it.
But like that was just so. I used to be so happy seeing like wrestlers, and then when my parents got me the games, it really was like it for me. I think another thing too was like gaming systems. Like that in itself was like so much fun.
I'm so stupid.
It really was so much fun to me. Like I had
Super Mario and we just had
like
great
literally
shit.
Mario Kart was one of my favorite
I
games.
still play Mario Kart to this day on the Wii.
I have it on my Wii, so I'm literally like I kind of want to plug it up.
Well, we need to play one day so I can beat your ass.
Girl, I would dust you with Princess Peach, bitch.
I was more of a Daisy fan. Peach was cute, but Daisy was just that girl. Daisy Circuit? Come on now.
Daisy Circuit was
Look at the material.
I mean, yeah, we can't.
But no, like Game Boys, DS's, like the shit just doesn't compare. I don't want a big ass Nintendo Switch.
No shade. Favorite era, PSP era.
PSP
era
was the shit.
It was it.
I literally used to play little racing games on it. I had little Naruto games on it, and then it broke and it was off the market.
Yeah.
I was like, are you kidding me? Like, why did it only last like 1 year?
The first time I ever played a PSP, and I guess it started my obsession, was I played Sims 2 on the PSP.
Oh my god, I've been playing Sims so fucking much.
It evolved so much.
Oh no, I went back and downloaded 3 because 4 was just a little too much for me.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. But like literally, like it's just when you had like my first gaming system. I don't know about you. The first gaming system I ever played was Nintendo 64.
I played a Sega Genesis first.
Really?
Yes.
How was that?
I loved playing Sonic on the Sega Genesis. I hate saying that word.
Genesis.
Mm-hmm. My grandma used to always buy me the little joystick one that you just hook into the TV.
Yeah,
and play that shit.
I had the SpongeBob one.
I had it for like I remember it for a short period. Then I always got the one. My grandma was a thrift store lady. That's why I love thrift stores so much.
Yeah,
you can find everything.
You really probably could, but I grew up in like a vintage household already. So like my grandma, she had like fucking record players.
I had VHS tapes everywhere.
Same. I had Sailor Moon on a VHS tape. Bitches can't tell me shit.
I've never watched Sailor Moon, and apparently she's that girl.
That is the shit to me. That was like, and it's so funny because I don't get into anime or anything of that nature. So like, me watching Sailor Moon, I'm a bitch that's like, dub or nothing. I'm not doing subtitles, bitch. I can barely read in class, and I'm not reading outside of that.
You're crazy. If there's an option between subbed and dubbed, I'm taking subbed.
I mean, subbed is more...
It feels like it's
like real.
It feels like it lines up.
Yeah, it lines up better, but I'm literally like, girl, I'm not pausing after every scene. Because it was like, I tried...
You try to look at your phone, you look up Lost as hell.
Yeah, you're literally like, bitch, what the fuck? At least when I look down at my phone, I understand what the fuck you're saying. That's why, because the one show that I said I got into, and I tried to watch it with subs, and I ended up just watching the dub version, was Inuyasha.
Oh, God. If it's too hard for me to say, I don't even honestly want to watch it.
Girl, Inuyasha is not that hard, but Inuyasha I had got into because, like...
Just keep saying it.
It was one of those shows that helped Cartoon Network transition into Adult Swim.
Mm-hmm. Adult Swim used to be terrifying. I love Samurai Jack, but the shit was scary.
It's funny, too, because it used to be on at Cartoon Network.
Mm-hmm.
And then it transitioned into Adult Swim.
And
I guess, but it made more sense.
wake up to freaking either George Lopez playing or the fucking scary meatballs on
Aqua Team Force.
Yeah, that thing was terrifying. The meatball and the fries and the drink.
Shake. Oh my gosh, it is not.
This shit was scary as
This
hell.
show, if you actually sit down and watch it, it's not scary. But like, it's so funny because do you remember the show Home Movies? I'll have to show you it. It really brings back so many memories to me. But like, I think the only thing I hated about Adult Swim was I could watch almost every show on Adult Swim until it came down to the commercials because they freaked me the fuck out.
The commercials, horror movies, and just nonsense.
They creeped me the fuck out. So like, I literally would be like, as soon as something goes on commercial, I'm like, last. And then it'd be Friends or Full House or George Lopez, and I'm
the
like,
last button really used to be the shit because it was just either Nickelodeon or Disney.
Period. And I also hated that like Disney was probably the only one that stayed like kid friendly throughout the day because it was like Disney. What is it? Playhouse Disney and then Disney Channel.
Oh God, I used to hate being home from school during the day because there was nothing to watch.
What are you talking about?
Playhouse Disney was. It was just stay on for too damn long.
Oh, girl, I was a Cartoon Network kind of fan. So, like, when I stayed home from school, bitch, I was watching Camp Laszlo, Two Stupid Dogs.
Fucking the Looney Tunes.
Baby
like
Looney Tunes.
Yeah, that shit was...
Like, pup named Scooby-Doo, you can name it. I've watched it. Girl, like, so I was happy. But also, I was also a huge fan of, like, the off-brand, like, cartoon channels like Kids WB.
No. My mom would have that shit on like Saturdays, or I don't know if that's the one, but whatever, Saturday.
Saturday. It was Kids
like,
WB
cut
or
this shit the fuck
was it 4Kids TV, something like that? Girl, and that's where like that's where I watched Sonic X and the Replacements and
Replacements were so good.
Some of these cartoons I will say were way before their time, but also in the right moment.
Yeah, like I don't think any of them should be moved because as an adult, would I sit down and like watch them? I probably wouldn't have the time, but I enjoy them.
I don't think any child actually pays attention to cartoons like that anymore, though. Like,
yeah, no,
I don't think any.
But do we know kids that age? Like, we need to be talking to like maybe like 10 to like 12-year-olds.
But also, I guess it's because if we were going to compare and contrast childhoods now, they have one-ups on us.
Yeah, we did not have phones.
We did not. And if we did have phones, it wasn't this updated technology. My first phone was a flip phone.
I had the fucking Nokia just because I cried about phones so much, and I couldn't even do anything with it.
Girl, so like...
They were just like, here. I'm like, what am I going to do?
And the shit that sucked, too, is like, you get a phone before everybody else. You ain't got nobody to talk to.
Yes. What else? We didn't have laptops. I had the fucking house computer that I had to share with everyone.
A desktop computer where I only played fucking games that I got from Chick-fil-A. And that I'm glad they stopped doing.
Oh, I'd never put one of those in my computer. That's crazy.
It was funny. It was like a little factory game that I had to play. Where it was a factory game, and it had different factories, so you can go make cupcakes over here, or anything you wanted to look up online. But I also want to talk about, do you remember playing games on Cartoon Network's website?
Yeah, they were by far the best.
The best.
I used to play the Teen Titans game. I used to play the, My Gym Partner's a Monkey.
Yeah, the little...
Yes.
Girl, one of the games that I used to love playing is, I think this is the name, don't quote me if I'm wrong, but Ed and Eddie Lunchroom Rumble. The little food fight game.
Love that.
I was so here for it.
Are these games still online somewhere?
I think so, yeah.
That'd be good. Disney had some bops too. Like the Brandy and Mr. Whiskers game was really fun.
I don't know. I used to go to Nickelodeon to like color.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they had a lot of coloring games.
Oh yeah, where you could just click the colors.
Yeah, we just like click.
Yeah,
click.
we didn't have a printer. We wanted that.
I didn't print none of this shit out. My dad would kick my ass, wasting my colored ink for this shit.
Oh no, print it in black and white, then color it.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Me and my grandma, like, we used to play fucking dominoes and just color, and we would paint little plates like mosaic. Like, we were just stupid.
I'm dead. My granny was like, she was a church secretary, but she also was like that person that like made flowers for like funerals or
really?
Yeah. So it was like I would sit down and literally help my granny like put flower arrangements together.
My grandma was the one that did like the cooking for the church and cakes and stuff. So that's what I was always doing. And look at me now, a faggot.
Yeah, same.
A baking faggot.
I'm the piano playing faggot, so.
Okay, Alicia Keys, basically.
Girl, John Legend of the sort. Like,
It's off topic, but this tweet said, "When it's time to eat the rich, I call John Legend." And I retweeted it. I did. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, it's just, when I think about nostalgic eras, I always think back to, like, the times where, like, I'm running outside, enjoying my youth. Like, when you're like, let me go knock on the neighbor's door to see if they can come outside.
You get home, you immediately throw your book back down, and you're just right back outside.
And my
Like,
mom
let's
was
go
like,
play.
do your shit.
Do your homework. Them grades better than me looking right. And I'm like,
Asking your mom, can you go outside?
I used to get ass whoopings because I would sneak outside before she got back home. And I remember this one day I was out on the corner. She came riding by, and I was like, I guess I'm out too late. And I had to walk home and just know I was about to get I got toe up.
Them ass whoopings, man.
I was pretty good. Like, I didn't get many. You're like one of the older siblings, right? You're like the second?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had two older sisters that I got to be like, yeah, I'm not doing that because they got their ass toe up.
See, no, I was the runner.
Oh, I'd never.
I got my ass wore out. And it was like, the reason why I was initially going to get the whooping went out the window as soon as, like,
You started running because they're like, no, I'm really finna put this.
No. This is the worst ass whooping I ever got. And till this day, I don't regret it because it was the funniest shit ever. I don't know what happened between me and my dad. Can't even relive the situation. But all I know is he said he was going to tear my ass up. I took off running. I ran up the stairs. And as soon as he came charging after me, he fell.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, he fell and tumbled. And I looked back, and I just busted out laughing. And my dad said, I'm gonna whoop your ass because you laughed. And I'm like, okay, well, it's worth it. And that fall was
I would have
funny.
jumped out the window at that point.
It was so worth it. That ass was so worth it.
I got a terrible ass whooping because I lied and said I didn't dig this gigantic ass hole in the backyard because I was trying to dig the China at that time. I really thought that was possible.
Why was that a thing? Me and my cousins, we grew up in a religious household, so me and my cousins used to go out in my great grandma's yard and be like, we're gonna dig till we see the devil and we're gonna whoop his behind. Literally, that used to be us.
You're a lunatic. I was trying to dig the China because I was told it was on the other side of the world.
I mean, but that's what cartoons portray to us.
Yeah.
Literally, we be sitting here like, yeah, and then they pop from a hole like, I'm from China.
I'm like, what the hell?
And so you're literally like,
No, we're gonna get burnt up by some lava and shit in the middle of the earth.
The core, but that's just so, like, it's so funny to think about, like, things like that as a kid. It really is. But, like, you know, we could go on about this all day.
Honestly.
Because really, it's just memories.
Just
But I
memories.
think one thing that I want to say before we close out this topic is it's so funny how different people can relate on so many things through nostalgia. Like, the conversation is endless with no matter who you meet.
Yeah, it's we've all have these commonalities.
Yeah.
And, like, unless you lived under a rock, you can relate to some shit that happened in your childhood with someone that is a completely different background.
Exactly. And it's fascinating. Because it's like, to know that you don't have to pick someone's brain to actually relate. You're like, do you remember this? Oh, yeah, do you remember? And it's just an endless conversation.
I love that.
Yeah, I really enjoy that.
Love that.
I love it.
Oh my God, is it time for positive affirmations?
It is.
So mine's not, like, super great, so I guess I'll go first. Because it was really last minute, guys. I'm sorry. I almost thought I didn't screenshot it. So my positive affirmation for the day. Your energy means more to me than your status. I don't care who you are. If you have good energy, I love it.
Period.
I don't care if you're a social media famous, you could be a celebrity, you could be broke. I don't care. I really love good energy because if someone has good energy to you, it just really, like, when I'm around people like Don, Tony, and stuff like that, I'm like, wow, like, they're just so positive.
The vibe is there.
Yeah, and they've
definitely
encouraged me to be more positive.
Period.
Love it.
Especially because people with a positive outlook on life, they really just showcase it all.
Yes. I'm like, why are you so happy? And then I'm like, what's there not to be
What's
happy
your secret? So mine is, know the difference between those who stay to feed the soil and those who come to grab the fruit.
Yes, Grandma.
Okay, now let me go ahead and put on my granny panties for this one. You can interpret this however you want to. Your perspective is your perspective on it. But the way that I see it, there's a difference between real rooted friends and seasonal friends.
Well, this is right up the time when this quote really was like, let me move my way into Christian's life. Let me see. Come on now.
It's honestly because like people don't understand no matter what time you come, and I think it really works with this nostalgia conversation too, because no matter what time frame a person comes into your life, whether it be childhood, adolescence, or your adult life, people come, people go, things change, situations change. But those people that are there to watch you grow, help you nurture yourself, see you through everything, they're there for you. They see you, and when the fruit of life comes in it and exudes from you, they're not taking from you.
Mm-hmm. I love that, because it's like people are like, oh, this has been my childhood friend since whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you can have that friend, but you never know if somebody who you just met 3 months ago is going to be that way more positive. You're going to get so close to them. Like, yeah, I have Mackenzie from 4th grade, but me and Izzy, when Izzy got put in my life, I was like, wow, this is
definitely
amazing.
And my mom, she tells me all the time, she has a lot of her childhood friends. They're all still cool, but she was like, most of the friends that she still communicates with they came from her adult life.
Mm-hmm.
So timing is everything.
Yes, we love it. We stand.
But don't rely on timing, because at the end of the day, no matter how long you've known someone, no matter the short amount of time you've known someone, people are still people.
Mm-hmm.
So, but is that the end?
I have no more further comments.
Girl, this is the shortest episode to date.
Okay, but we don't need to start doing this, because it's going to be 45 minutes before we actually end it.
Okay, you guys, I really just want to say thank you guys for tuning in to Shade-aholics. We know it's been a while, but y'all know we quarantine a lot down in the house. Mm-hmm. So, like, homegirl, and y'all cooking today, so enjoy yourselves. All right, this is Christian signing off. Much love.
Adios from the island girl himself.
Get the
island girl.
All right.